Talk. I'm your host, Cass McGowan. I'm here at Lesueur High School to talk about a very important topic, French education in Ontario.
But I can tell you that the model that's being floated around right now is very creative and very innovative. And it will attempt to specifically tackle the problem of accessibility. So across the province, because the students have said it quite clearly, and we totally understand the challenge. You're going to go, and you're going to go where? You're going to go to Sudbury, Laurentian, which is basically 8 hours away, Ottawa, basically 8 hours away. So it's more difficult in southwestern Ontario.
How do you overcome the perception from the rest of the community that they too will not ask for specific university as in their nationality, Chinese, whatever? How does one answer that?
Well, I think it all comes back to the initial argument. These are the founding languages, if you will, of Canada, being French and English, and it comes back to the fundamental right of education. Education should be a universal right everywhere, but so you're talking about elementary, now we've got it at secondary. We have it post-secondary in the colleges. Now it's time for the university. It's just a logical progression in things.
Special education South Western Ontario is quite lacking. I know you mentioned, Madeline, that there are only 2 French high schools compared to, I want to say, about a dozen English high schools. So you have your selection of both where you want to go, and especially when you're considering the post-secondary level, in what programs you want to follow in French. So let's say that university that's being in the planning stages is more apt to, let's say, the STEM area, where instead, like especially in southwestern Ontario, you go to Waterloo to go to STEM, which is a very convenient location to get the highest degree of education in English. If you want it in French, you might even have to travel all the way down to Quebec just to get an equal level of education that allows you to compete at the same level as other people and hopefully find a future with French education in tow at that higher level. Not to say that French education, just leaving high school, is not beneficial, because just leaving French education after 12 years of education from elementary to high school does teach you the language, does teach you to communicate with other people, opens doors to a huge community. It's just compared to with post-secondary education in French, some of those doors are a little bit harder to open up than it would be if they were already held open because of your education in post-secondary.